video we discussed about some portion of human eye and colorful world. In previously we discussed about the effects and disease of that eye, and we discussed very shortly about prism. So today we will continue that lesson. So now we will see that actually the definition of prism. It is a pyramidal piece. See here, this is called prism. What is the shape of this prism? It is pyramidal shape. It is a pyramidal piece of glass with two triangular bases. See here, this is one triangle. Two bases are there. If you compare, this one is top position. This is one and this is one. If you compare, this one is the top position, then this is one. This is one. How many bases are there? Two bases. Two bases like that. So two triangular bases and three rectangular lateral surfaces. So how many surfaces? They said three surfaces. 1, 2, 3. Three surfaces are there. So this is actually the definition of prism. And next we will see angle of prism. Angle of prism. The angle between two adjoining lateral surfaces refraction through a glass prism. The angle between two adjoining lateral surfaces refraction through a glass prism. So here we can consider this one is one angle and this one is another angle. That is called angle of prism. And angle of deviation. It is the angle between incident ray and emergent ray. Angle of deviation. Deviation means deviated. The direction it is changing. The light direction it is changing. That changing direction is called deviation. So angle of deviation. Actually the light it is incident like this way. Actually it should go like this. Actually when the light is incident on the prism, it should go like this way. But what happened? The light it is deviating. This is called angle of deviation. Here I want to say here this AB is called incident ray and BC is called refracted ray and CD is called emergent ray. That means which is going inside, that is incident ray, which is coming out, that is called emergent ray. Here what happened when the light passed on the prism, it is deviating on the down direction. I already said what is the reason why it is deviating like this. This is rarer, this is denser. Denser to rarer. So actually if it is same medium, it will go straight way. That light it will go straight direction. But what happened here? Here air medium is there. Here object is there. Prism is there. That means this is rarer, this is denser. This is denser, this is rarer. That's why the light it is deviated. Previously we discussed about angle of deviation. So see here, when white light is passed through a glass prism, it splits into 7 colors to form a band of 7 colors. This phenomena is called dispersion. So this is a very important definition about dispersion. They will ask you in the exam, define dispersion. So you should say, when white light is passed through a glass prism, it splits into 7 colors to form a band of 7 colors. For example, see here, I draw one prism diagram here. So when the white light passed into this prism, it splits into 7 colors. That 7 colors we are saying Vibzer. So Vibzer, what is that? We defined violet color, and that last R letter it is defined red color. So that I wrote here. V means the started light, that is violet, and that last color is red. So when the white light is passed into prism, it splits into 7 colors. This phenomena is called dispersion. So here spectrum. What is spectrum? This is also very good definition. Spectrum. The band of 7 colors formed due to dispersion of white light is called spectrum. See here the 7 colors. The 7 colors, how it formed? It is formed like a band. It is formed like a band. So this band it is called spectrum. The band of 7 colors. The band of 7 colors. The band is started with violet color. It will end with red color. That is called spectrum. So here I gave one more thing. This is angle of deviation. angle of deviation means it is deviating. When the white light is passed into prism, it is deviating into downward direction. So the angle of deviation is proportional to 1 by wavelength, the wavelength of that light. That means, for example, here red is the least deviated color as it has a largest wavelength. Here if you see red color, what I told here, the angle of deviation is proportional to 1 by wavelength, means if more wavelength then less deviation. If the wavelength is very less, then it is having more deviation. For example, here red is the least deviated color. Why it is least deviating? Why it is least deviating? Because it is having largest wavelength. It is having largest wavelength. That's why it is deviating very slightly. See here, this is the red color wavelength. This is why this is less, very less deviated. If you observe violet color, it is deviated more. But if you observe red color, it is deviated very slightly. Because of this red color is having largest wavelength. Now you understood which is least wavelength. Violet is the having least wavelength. That's why it is deviated more. These are very important. Which is having large wavelength. Red color having largest wavelength, and violet it is having smallest wavelength. So it will deviated more. Violet is most deviated color as it has smallest wavelength in visible spectrum. Now we see the rainbow, how it will be appear on the sky. Just previously we discussed about how that rainbow will be appearance because of dispersion. Because due to the dispersion we are able to see rainbow on the sky. Now we can do one activity at home also. You just see one white wall. So if you consider this is white wall, when the raining, you not only raining, just you take one water tube, you just fall on in front of that white wall. When the water is falling on that in front of that wall, the sky, the sun it should be in front of the wall. The sun it will be appearing in front of the wall. The water tube should be like this. So when the water is fallen in front of that wall, the sun rays it will come in this direction. It will be refracted. It will be refracted. When it is touched that light rays to that water drops, it will reflect to your eyes. Then we can able to see that rainbow colors on the white wall. Just we can do that rainbow artificially at our home also. Again I am saying this is the white wall. You just take one water tube. You just keep in front of that white wall. The water drops will be come like this way. Like this way. The sun should be in front of the wall. So after that, when the sunlight passing through that water drops, it will be refracted to your eye. Then you can able to see that rainbow on the wall. This is one activity we can do. See here, this is the way. For example, this is the water drop. This is the water drop. The sunlight it is going inside that water drop, and it will be your eye will be here. So when the light pass on that water drops, it will be refracted like this, and it will enter into your eye. So that first the violet it will be enter in your eye, very bright color, because it is having very less wavelength. The violet color it is having less wavelength. That's why it's deviated very early, and red it is having very largest wavelength. That's why it is deviated very less, and it will reach to your eye very slowly compared with violet. Violet it will move very fastly because it is having least wavelength. Here the angle between the incoming and outgoing rays can be anything between 0 degree and about 42 degree. We observe bright rainbow when the maximum angle 42 degree. So we can observe, this is the wall, for example this is the wall. So we can observe very clear, very bright rainbow on the wall in the condition when the light rays fall on the water drop, and when it is reflected to the eye, the angle should be 42 degree. In the between the angle 42 degree, we can see bright rainbow on the wall clearly. So they will ask you maximum in which angle we can see the rainbow clearly. If you are seeing clearly in the sky that rainbow clearly, because the angle should be 42 degree, then we can see clearly rainbow on the sky. See here, these are the water drops. These are the water drops coming from the sky. So your eye should be like this here. Your eye will be here, and the sunlight, it is entering into the water drops. So after that, it is the emergent ray is coming and it is entering into our eyes. So the light, the angle is 40 degree here and 42 degree here. In which condition we can see clearly rainbow? When the angle is 42 degree, then we can see clear rainbow. But sometimes we can't see clearly that rainbow, because maybe the angle is 40 degree or 35 degree, like that the angle. That's why we are not seeing clearly that rainbow. When the angle is maximum 42 degree, then we can see clearly that rainbow on the sky because of dispersion. Now see the another definition, that is a scattering of light. Atoms are molecules which are exposed to light, absorb light energy and emit some part of the light energy in different directions. This is the process happens in scattering of light. Means matter. Every matter, it is made up of very small particles. Those small particles are called atoms or molecules. So here, when the light fall on any matter, when the light is fall on any matter, the matter, it is containing atoms. That atoms will absorb some portion of light. So that I told here, atoms are molecules which are exposed to light, observe that light energy, and again it is based on that matter, it will emit some part of the light energy. So when the atoms observe that light, it will emit again outside that light. So this process is called scattering of light. If the matter is containing very small size of atoms or molecules, it scatter more light. If the matter is containing very large size of atoms or molecules, then it scatter less amount of light. Why the sky it is in blue color? So previously we discussed about the definition of scattering. Because of this scattering, we are observing blue color sky. So why sky is blue? Because of N2 and O2 molecules. Means scattering of light, it is depending on that atoms and molecules. We already discussed it. Because large size of atoms, they scatter very less amount of light. The small size of atoms, it's observe very high amount of light and they scatter very high amount of light. Those we discussed. That means the scattering of light, it is depending on that atoms and molecules. So here, if you observe near to the sky, we are observing most of that N2 and O2 molecules. Means near to the sky, we are observing N2 and O2 molecules. So this N2 and O2 molecules wavelength, that is compared to that blue color wavelength. Just in the rainbow, what are the colors are there? Why? Vibsar. In the Vibsar, B means blue color, that is blue color wavelength. What is that blue color wavelength? That is equal to that wavelength of N2 and O2 molecules. That's why we are observing that sky, it was in blue color. Again I am saying, near to the sky we are having more N2 and O2 molecules. This N2 and O2 molecules are comparatively with blue color wavelength. That's why we are observing that blue color sky. But sometimes we are observing the sky, it was in white color. What is the reason? Because mostly in a hot condition, in the hot condition or in the summer condition, we are observing white color sky. Because of water vapors, means if it is more hot condition, if our atmosphere it is having more hot condition, then what happened? The water, it will be evaporate. So when it is evaporate, it will enter into sky in the form of vapor. So this water molecules, it will absorb all colors it will observe easily. Then it will appear white color. White color is nothing but 7 colors. I already told, when the sunlight, when the white color beam enter into that prism, what happened? It will be given 7 colors band. One white color, it is giving 7 colors band. 7 colors means it is equal to white light. So when the water vapors enter into near to the sky, this water molecules, it will observe all 7 colors. Then finally it's reflected as like white color. That's why in the hot condition we are seeing that sky was in white color. And by appearance of red color of sun during sunrise and sunset. In the sunrise time we are observing that sun, it was in red color. We are observing that red color sun in the sunrise time, in the sunset time.
Start.
Why that sun is in red color? Because for example, the distance between in the sunset and sunrise time, sunset will be happens if, for example, if the sunset will be happens this direction, sunrise will be happens this direction. The distance between that sun and that human, in the case of sunrise or sunset, it is a very long distance. The sun and me, the distance is very far. In this case, all lights it can reach very easily. But red light wavelength is very highest. It will take time to reach you. For example, one slim person, one fat person. When these two are running, who will reach very fastly? Who is that lean person? He will reach very fastly to you. The same thing happening here also. The sunrise and sunset. In this case, the sun, it is a very long distance. So all wavelengths, violet, blue and vivid, all these colors can reach very easily to you. But that light color, it is having highest wavelength. It will take time to reach you. So it will be there only, near to that sun only. That's why we are seeing that sun was in red color. But why sun does not appear red during noon hours? In the noon time, afternoon time, we are not seeing red color sun. We are seeing another color. Because during noon hours, the distance traveled by the sun rays in the atmosphere is less that compared to morning. So the distance in the noon time, the sun, it was up. So it is very near to us. So all races, all Vibgyor colors, all even red color. So all races will be enter into our atmosphere. So all races enter into our atmosphere means all races means it is equal to white color. So that so when the all colors, because the distance is very less, here the distance is very far. So this distance is very close. That's why all colors enter into our atmosphere. Then finally the sky, its appearance was white color. These are the reasons. So just check once your textbook. Thank you.